Paul Stewart grew up in Clinton, Iowa. He passed in 2015, but his legacy lives on. Daphne Rice Allen knew Paul well, and she shares an incident in Paul's childhood that produced a museum today.
He said that, playing cowboys and Indians is kind of interesting when you talk to kids. And he said he always had to be the Indian because there was no such thing as black cowboys.
And that's what Paul believed for many years, until he met a cousin in Denver, Colorado, who had a friend with ties to ranch life.
Met a gentleman, cowboy boots, spurs, hats, and he's like, okay. And his cousin said, no, he is a real cowboy. They do really exist. And he learned that 1 in 3 cowboys were African American in the settling of the western United States.
Paul went to the military and eventually opened a barbershop in Denver. He became very interested in this piece of history that he did not realize existed. As he visited with his customers, he began to learn about the stories of their families moving west.
And so he would ask, well, what do you know about Boley, Oklahoma? What do you know about Deerfield, Colorado? Who do you know that did this, that, and the other?
Boley, Oklahoma and Deerfield, Colorado are just 2 of several towns in the American West settled mostly by African Americans. As customers came back to Paul's barbershop and saw the passion he had in the black Americans who settled the West, they shared their history with him.
And they would bring him a bit of bridle, a saddle. He would start also interviewing. He would actually start going out to communities and visiting and traveling and collecting the items that are in this room that we are in.
Today, Paul's collection is part of the Black American West Museum. The museum tells the story of the families who were also on wagon trains moving west, people who homesteaded and built farms, men and women who were ranchers and even became rodeo champions. The museum is housed in the former home of Dr. Justina Ford, who was born in 1871 and attended the Herring Medical College in Chicago. There, she got her medical degree and then moved with her husband to Denver.
And she goes to get her license and is told, well, I shouldn't take your money, you're black and female. But they take her money, they give her her license, but the American Medical Association and the Colorado Medical Association deny her hospital access.
Without hospital access, she had to find another location to practice medicine, which was this home, where over 7,000 babies were delivered.
She and her husband in this home set up an office, and she began servicing the neighborhood, the community, and most of them were home births.
The collection Paul Stewart began tells the important story of African Americans, not only as cowboys, but the settlement of farms and ranches in the western U.S. This is a place where people can come and learn more about that history at this historic home and museum. Traveling the countryside in Denver, Colorado, I'm Andrew McCrae.